today's MLB recap, Juan Soto was involved in some more drama, only this time he was a bystander to the drama. Walker Buehler got ejected. Francisco Lindor, he was trolling. He was telling the umpire to throw him out, talking about Walker Buehler. The Phillies traded for a guy over the offseason, and he's on pace to go 18-0 with over 200 strikeouts. Just an insane 10 out of 10 trade so far. Former White Sox star Yoan Moncada, he hit a baseball 675 feet, no BS. That's what StatCast said. Don't blame me. I'm joking, by the way, but that ball was absolutely destroyed. He could be trade bait here soon. On the other hand, Aaron Judge hit the shortest home run of his entire career. This ball went nearly 120 feet shorter than Moncada's home run. Corbin Carroll, he's literally keeping up with Aaron Judge. He hit another one. He's up to 15, and the Pirates, I can't believe this. Midway through scripting this, breaking news came out from the Pirates camp. It is devastatingly sad news. That fan base cannot catch a freaking break, man. So again, we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We're growing the game of baseball one recap at a time, so join the team, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that recap would be impossible to make without SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets, and if you think you know ball, Underdog Fantasy is the perfect app for you guys. All you have to do is pick higher or lower on any athlete that you can think of. They got pick'ems every single day, and if you download with code Fuzzy, you get a free pick'em up to $1,000 in bonus cash credit. It's that easy. Download it today. I can't even remember the last time that we had a walk-off sac fly, and we have two of them in one video today. Not going to tell you which games, though. Yamamoto, he threw one of his best games of his life. The Dodgers, they struck first after Freddie got on base, and Will Smith, he's proven to be one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. He's hitting over 500 with runners in scoring position, so it's 1-0 for Yamamoto, who had a literal no-hitter through the first 6 frames. He's become a top 5 pitcher in baseball since that implosion in the postseason last year against the Padres, but you can't hold off the Diamondbacks and Ketel Marte forever. He ruins the no-no, but shout out to Andy Pies. He got there quick, and at least no one's reached second. Okay, about that. Moreno, he worked a 4-pitch walk. This is getting scary. Yamamoto has to face the righty masher Pavin Smith. Yamamoto and Dave Roberts, they were in perfect sync. They looked at each other and they nodded. Dave Roberts said, "I'm leaving you out there," and this was Yamamoto's game. A nasty splitter ends, 7 scoreless, 1 base hit, 9 strikeouts. He has a 1.84 ERA. Tanner Scott, he's going to come in and not save it. Gabriel Moreno, he stole a W from Yoshinobu, and Corbin, he put the Snakes up by 2 later in the 10th inning. What just happened? Gabriel is finally over the 100 OPS plus mark, and Corbin now has 15 home runs. But remember, it's the Dodgers. They're never out of fun games like this. Tommy Edman, he flares a double. It's 4-3. Will Smith, he got hit. We are tied again. Max Muncy, he's got those goggles on. He can see pitches better. He saw that outside fastball, and that's ball game. A walk-off sac fly, and the Dodgers are officially in the 30-win club. That was a fun first game. Now I got to see why Walker Buehler got ejected. Remember, these recaps are also informative for me. I would have no idea why Walker got tossed or half of the other stuff in MLB if I didn't make these daily videos. Like, I'm also a beneficiary of these videos. You just saw Juan Soto not be able to hold up. We call that a sword. He's up again in the 3rd. Lindor's at first base. Walker, he tossed a dotted cutter. Not a dotted cutter apparently to the umpire, but Carlos Narvaez, he fired down to 2nd. Lindor is safe, and again, the Blue did not think that was a strike. They're barking at each other. The umpire said, "I'll call the game, you throw it." Walker then said, "That's right down the freaking middle," and he's ejected. Alex Cora, the manager of the Red Sox, he got tossed as well, and I did think that this was a little bit funny. Look at Lindor. Lindor was saying, "Throw him out. Throw him out." He was cheering and hoping that Buehler got tossed because Buehler was actually throwing a really good game. But Walker and the Sox got the last laugh because Carlos Narvaez and Rafael Devers both went over the monster. This Carlos Narvaez guy rakes. He's hitting 280 with 5 home runs and a 130 OPS plus, and he's elite at defense. He's tops in blocking, framing, and throwing guys out, so every aspect of catching. Rafi scooped the pitch out. He's up to 10 on the season. The bullpen got it to Aroldis Chapman, who still throws gas after 16 seasons. His 8th save completes almost 7 scoreless from the bullpen. Boston is back to 500 at 25-25. The Mets, they've been stuck at 29 wins for forever. They've lost 3 games in a row. Making our way to Soto's old stomping grounds in the Bronx, we have Boone versus Boone. We have Aaron versus older brother Bet, who's now the hitting coach of the Rangers. By the way, they're both grandsons of the 2-time All-Star Ray Boone and sons of the 4-time All-Star and 7-time Gold Glover Bob Boone. So the whole Boone family has made an All-Star team at least once. Wow, I am yapping. Ben Rice and Will Warren, they shut me up real quick. Ben, he went lefty-lefty into the 2nd deck. Yesterday, we showed Luis Castillo throwing frisbees. Today, it's Will Warren. Look at that sweeper. He also has a nasty changeup and a developing curveball. He had 9 strikeouts through 5. He's out for the 6th inning. Oswald Peraza, he had to run a mile to track this baseball down. He tumbles over and he holds on. And after that, I don't know what happened, but the Rangers, maybe they had a conversation with Aaron's brother Brett, but they figured out Will Warren. You had a walk, a bloop single, another bloop. The bases are loaded, just 1 out. Aaron, he's keeping the kid out there. Bang! He paints the outside corner on the 95-mile-per-hour sinker that moves. Marcus Semien has become an afterthought, which just makes me sad. He's been that bad. His 10th strikeout was his final one as Mark Leiter came in and saved him. He got jocked to Chase, and would you look at that? We have another ejection. Bruce Bochy, he got tossed. He thought that Aaron Judge ball was a strike. That was as close as it gets. It might have hit the corner. Volpe's up now, and he got blessed big time. This ball was in the air for at least 17 years, and it drops in for an RBI double. Aaron Judge, he just tagged one to right. This right here, everyone, is the shortest home run of Aaron Judge's career. The Rangers just got short porch. That was a 326-foot home run for his 16th of the season. He leads the American League in home runs. Michael J., he jinxed Ian Hamilton bad. He brought up that Ian is the best reliever in baseball at limiting slugging. Well, that's not limiting slugging. A 2-run home run off the bat of Jonah Heim. That is Michael K's fault. Weaver was like, okay, now I get a save. A 1-out save. He has 6 on the season. The Yankees take it over the Rangers. Another 5-2 ball game and another Orioles loss. Sometimes I hate spoiling things, but sometimes I'm so taken back, I just have to start with the bad stuff. Like, when you're serving up home runs to light-hitting guys like Brice, Turang, and Sal Frelick, you know it's going to be a long day at the office. Brice, he's having a quiet 5, maybe 4.5 tool season. He's on pace for 14 home runs and 45 stolen bases, so maybe like a 4.5 tool, because 14 home runs, that's good, but I don't know if that necessarily means power is one of your tools. I audibly said, what the F, watching this next clip, like actually said those words out loud while scripting. Reese just skied one. Jackson was tracking, he got called off, and Ramon, like, stuck in the ground and did a twisty mix. It's a double. I don't know what I just saw. I hope that he's okay. Sal, he then got the 2-run home run because of that. He and Bryce both pimped their home runs. We have another outfielder doing a twisty McThousand thingy and falling over. Jackson went to deep left. The other Jackson was so close, but that weird little edge of the wall stuck out. That's an RBI triple for Jackson Holiday. Thankfully, Chourio is okay. Felix Bautista, the Mountain, he was deployed in the 8th. The matchup said that he should be in the 8th, and Reese pummeled a 6 home run. Holiday, he missed the green on his throwing meter. I mean, dude, nothing is going right for the Orioles. Absolutely nothing. Abner Uribe, I can't say his name. Abner Uribe, there we go, struck out the side. That holster celebration is kind of cool, not going to lie. He has a 1.1 ERA with an almost 13 strikeouts per 9. The Brewers, they've won 3 games in a row. The Orioles have they've lost 8 games in a row. What do the Orioles do moving forward? They're 23rd in team OPS. Remember, there's 30 teams in baseball, so 23rd out of 30. They're 28th in team ERA, so 28, 29, 30. They're 3rd worst in baseball with team ERA, and they're 24th in defensive rating. So by every metric, they're an awful team, but they shouldn't be, because you have Gunnar Henderson, Ali Rutschman, Jackson Holiday, but Ramon Laureano is leading their team in WAR. You got a problem if that's happening. No offense to Ramon Laureano. They're 15-32, so 17 games under 500. Should they wait for a hot streak like what the Twins just showed, or the Braves, they came back from an awful start to the season? Or is 15-32 way too much to overcome? Should they start planning how they're going to ship out some big pieces, or should they hold down the fort and just pray for a comeback? I'm going to skip to the Angels game for a few reasons. One, the A's are on the verge of losing 7 in a row, so just behind the Orioles' 8-game skid. And number 2, Moncada hit a baseball that still hasn't landed yet. 12 hours later, it has not landed yet. Now, both teams, as you just saw, they're mashing the power button early. Ohapi hit his 11th home run. Shea Bangalier showed up. He's up to 9 home runs. Nick, the rookie, he roped one as well. First name Nick, last name Kurtz. He drilled one the other way. His first home run at home was an opposite field home run, and here it is. You got to put a perfect sound on this baseball. Where did it go? Moncada went over the trees for a 3-run Moncada moonshot. 440 feet is a lie. Yoan looks really good this year, so that one ties it at 4. So this is a go-ahead single from Logan Ohapi. Kind of a crazy fun fact. Logan only has 1 double this year, so he has 11 home runs, 26 singles, and 1 double. Staying with doubles, we had back-to-back doubles for the Halos in the 9th. Paris and Neto, they traded places. Zach Neto has 9 doubles already. Each team they got a run. Kenley wasn't very good in the 9th, but he got Soderstrom again, this time on the freeze. Soderstrom was maybe thinking slider, I don't know, but that was right down Broadway. The Angels, look at them, out of nowhere, they've won 5 games in a row, and yes, the A's, they've dropped 7 in a row. Earlier, we saw Aaron Judge hit his 16th home run to tie Kyle Schwarber for 2nd in baseball. Well, Schwarber saw that. He reclaimed his lead with the 17th home run, but that was after the 2-timer Bryce Harper. He chopped one the other way. He keeps it fair. 2 scored for RBIs, 29 and 30. That's his 12th double, by the way. Now, both teams scored one after that, so it's 4-1 now on the Max Kepler double. Jesus Luzardo, by the way, has not lost yet as a Philly, and today is not going to be the day where he takes his first L. He struck out 10 double digits again. He leads all National League pitchers in WAR. He's 5-0 with a 1.9 ERA and a 2.2 FIP, which is insane if you know anything about FIP. He's striking out everyone, and he has a career low in walks. He's also not a free agent until 2027, so he's going to get Cy Young votes this year and next. Honestly, this is shaping up to be one of the better trades in the last 4 or 5 years, in my opinion. There's Kyle. Schwarber goes dead center, 430 feet for his 17th home run, so he reties Shohei Ohtani for the lead. You guys think that he can get his first 50 burger, that is 50 home runs. His most was 46 back in 2022. Alec Boehm and Brandon Marsh drove in some RBIs, which basically ended this game. The Rockies did get a few across, but the Phillies, just like the Angels, have won 5 games in a row. But again, the Jesus Luzardo trade is shaping up to be one of the better of the last 5 years. Miami could have used Jesus in this one. Remember, he was traded from Miami to Philly for a few prospects. Also, this was a sweet moment. An 8-year-old just wanted a picture for his birthday with Justin Turner. He got it. Kyle Tucker, wow, lefty. That's his 11th home run. That was the only run that Ryan Weathers allowed, so maybe they didn't need Jesus Luzardo. Nick Fortes, he just tied it. Good thing, too, because I kind of would have felt bad for Ryan if he took the L. So I guess, again, having Luzardo wouldn't have mattered because the bullpen was atrocious. 2 RBI singles from Dansby, and Pete Crow Armstrong started the absolute avalanche of scoring. How many did they score in the 6th inning? Nico grabbed a single as well, but 2 score on his single. The 6th run came on a Justin Turner sac fly, but I'm going to skip to the rookie Matt Shaw. He now has his 2nd double of the series and back-to-back games with 2 or more base hits. Imagine if Shaw gets going and Seiya keeps doing this. He's up to 12 home runs and RBIs, 40 and 41. Jamison Taillon was awesome, 7 strong, just the 1 earned run, and now we have positional players out there pitching. Ian Happ, he got in on the RBI fun, and Seiya made it a 4 RBI afternoon. He has 43 RBIs already. Michael Busch, he had a 2-run double. That makes it 14. The Cubs, they went easy. They're 29 and 20. The Marlins are 19 and 28. From a bunch of runs to the lowest amount of runs a baseball game can physically end in, Bailey Falter showed no faults in this one, Sorry. He had 5 strikeouts over 7, just a bunch of soft contact and missing barrels. His 6th inning ended with a fun strike him out, throw him out. You don't see those very often in these recaps. Joey Bart with the dart to nab Connor Joe. Nick Martinez, he's going to take the tough L because after an O'Neal Cruz walk and a hit by pitch to Andrew McCutchen, Brian Reynolds, he won it. The 1 run must have felt like 10 million to Pirates fans as Bailey Falter had 2 more weak groundouts to start the 7th. Ellie fell over, by the way. That's why he's not even in frame. And then he got a fly ball to Reynolds to end his 7th shutout. No walks, by the way. David Bednar has 4 saves. The 16 and 33 Pirates send the Reds back to a 500 record at 25 and 25, but then no, breaking news. Jared Jones, the flamethrower 23-year-old, he was fighting like hell to have rehab to avoid surgery, but unfortunately it seems like the only route to fix that UCL sprain is Tommy John, so he's going to be missing the rest of 2025. My heart, I mean this, my heart goes out to Pirates fans because after this came out, then trade rumors were happening about Paul Skeens going to the Dodgers or this team. Who can make the best package for Paul Skeens? Like, read the room. Can we at least give the Pirates fans a full day to grieve losing Jared Jones for the rest of the season before giving Paul Skeens to the Dodgers? Like, that's just mean. We have one more lowest possible run outcome. Rookie Chase Mydroth, he stole 2nd to put himself in scoring position. He's got 4 stolen bases his last 5. He's not very fast, but he's got crazy high baseball IQ, so he can read pitchers really well. This was it. The stolen base works to perfection as Josh Palacios drove in the game's only run. The starter, Adrian Hauser, if that name sounds familiar, he was a former Brewer and then a Met. He went 6 scoreless, only 2 strikeouts, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. As long as you're missing barrels, no one should really care whether that's a whiff or soft contact. Jordan Leeser struck out Leody Taveras for his first save of the year. That's been a brutal pickup for the Mariners so far. Remember, they had to take on Leody's almost $5 million owed. He has a 22 OPS plus and a near 50% strikeout rate so far as a Mariner. The White Sox, look at them. They end their 5-game skid. The Mariners, they're still cruising at 27 and 20. Another shutout. Obviously, it's not going to be of the Jays. Vladdy absolutely torched one. The power is creeping up and up. He's hitting 290 with only 6 home runs, but again, they're creeping up and up. He has a 390 on-base percentage this year. 1 more home run. Anthony Santander has 6 home runs as well, but he owns a horrific and embarrassing, pathetic 185 batting average and a sub 270 on base. That's why Vladdy is skipping around. He's happy for his teammate. Santander, he's so streaky. This could be the start of him hitting 20 home runs his next 40 or 50 games. Chris Bassitt, he did his thing again. He was clearly locked in if there was a shutout. He struck out 6 Padres over 6 scoreless frames. He also only walked 1 hitter. He has a 2.8 ERA on the season and his highest strikeouts per 9 of his entire career with a near 10 strikeouts per 9. Look at him. Jeff Hoffman, easy ninth inning. The Padres are 27-19, but they're 11-11 on the road, and they've lost 4 games in general. The Jays, they're so close to being back to 500. They're 23-24 after winning 6 of their last 10 games. This run right here was the only run that the Tigers got from someone not named Riley Greene. He had 4 RBIs. Scary Carey is at it again. Kerry Carpenter socked a long leadoff home run. That's his 10th. Shout out to Zach McKinstry, who out of nowhere is an on-base god. That's his 9th double. He's batting .290 with a near .380 on base. Riley Greene loves it because that's an RBI ripper past Brendan Donovan. Riley's up again. His swing still doesn't math to me. He wallops that bat through the zone. He has one of the biggest uppercuts I've ever seen, but it works for him. Skubal, he was nasty through 4. He was nasty through 4. Operative words, through 4. 5 strikeouts, no runs. That all changed in the 5th because Skubal, he could not believe that Carey couldn't catch it. I guess Carey's going to be elite with the bat. Defensively, not so much. Avon settles in for the single, and ouchie. It's now a 2-run home run off the bat of Nolan Arenado, not a solo home run. That's just his 5th of the year, by the way, but Nolan is now 3 doubles away from 400 and 4 home runs away from 350. Tarek, he got angry. He struck out the side after that in the 5th. Tarek, ooh, he balked after Mason got on base. So now this is a run-scoring single, not first to third. That is a 3 spot off the 2024 Cy Younger. His day is done, and the Pen could not hold this lead win. He lifted a sac fly after Victor Scott doubled. Victor moved to third on a ground out, by the way, so the next run wins it. Seems like if you've been keeping track, you know that Riley was only at 3 of 4 RBIs. McKinstry was on again, and Riley wins it. So the Tigers take a 5-4 lead. Tommy Kahnle, he converted his 6th save of the year. They have 32 wins. They lead baseball in that category. Someone better go check on Kevin Biggio, bring him a frozen Go-Gurt or something for an ice pack. He put his body on the line to make this grab drop. Tyler Fitzgerald of an easy double. His glasses exploded. We have more web gem action. What in the world happened to Heliot Ramos over the last few weeks? I said that he was kind of bad. He went from awful to actually kind of nice. He's making web gem after web gem. Now he's scoring. He got on for Willie Adames, and Willie went to triples alley. Casey Schmidt, he then knocked in Willie, and this is how Casey lost the game. Vinny, he tossed a double play into left field, and then Jung Hoo Lee dunked in the game-winning run. Yaz, he shouldn't have even been on base. Bobby, I mean, he tried to take over the game. Look at that flying wedge. I mean, he looked like Superman out there. I'm talking about Henry Cavill Superman, by the way. I feel like James Gunn Superman is going to be pretty good as well. Anyways, he then singled in what should have been the game-tying hustle single. He's trying to put the team on his back all by himself. He wanted his 17th stolen base, but Patrick Bailey is literally the reincarnation of Yadier Molina. He is dead-ass that good. He had to work on blocking when he came up as a rookie. He's really good at that now. You cannot run on Patrick Bailey. He has been the best throwing catcher since Yadier Molina, and it's not even close. Ryan Walker, he's been a whole lot better over the last month. I think he has a sub 2.9 ERA the last month. He has 9 saves on the year. The Giants are 29-20. The Royals are 27-23. Washington is slowly but surely creeping up in the NL East. It's not like they're 3 games back or anything, but winning 4 in a row could be fun. They struck first versus Spencer Strider. Kybert made it 3 hits in a row to start the first. Strider, he got an out to end that streak, but then Washington turned in another RBI single. Murphy could not stop this wild pitch. I don't know if that was miscommunication. It seemed like they just kind of got crossed up, so it's 3-0. Matt Olson, this one's gone. He has 10 home runs. He also has 6 outs above average on defense. You can pencil him in every single season for 60 extra base hits and Gold Glove defense. He could be a legit 400 home run guy with 60 WAR if he keeps this up over the next 5-6 years, which is going to be hard, but I mean, he's got the talent. After that, Eli White and Michael Harris both doubled in a run, so it's 3-3. Well, it was 3-3. Dylan Cruz made it back-to-back games with the home run. The 4th earned run versus Spencer Strider. He only had 3 strikeouts and 4 1/3. The Nationals, they got 1 more on a sac fly. Finnegan didn't need it. Kyle Finnegan has an incredible 15 saves with a 2.5 ERA. I'm kind of waiting for the implosion week. Not gonna lie, Nationals fans are probably thinking the same thing, but it's cool to see him rock out. Nationals have won 4 games in a row. They're still 22-27, which isn't great, but hey, they're improving. The Braves are back at 500 at 24-24. This Brandon Falter guy, no, he is not the brother of Bailey Falter, had himself a nice first career start. He had a couple of strikeouts early, and his offense gave him a small lead to work with. Jake Myers, that's an RBI double. Isaac Perez did it again. If you closed your eyes and I just said Isaac Perez did it again, what do you think he did? Yes, he pulled a home run. His 8th of the year is again to left field. This was crazy. Danny Jansen, he got screwed out of a home run and then a double in 1 at-bat. The baseball gods were like, you're not getting a base hit, buddy. The home run got called back. The double just went foul. Then he struck out. Falter goes 5 scoreless with 5 strikeouts in his first ever career start. Remember, this is Brandon Falter. Now we're skipping to the 8th. Oh my God, the Astros are blowing it. Jonathan Aranda, he turned on a slider, in scores 2. He ups his on-base percentage to an insane 396. The Rays, They got it going again. Taylor Walls, he sucks, but he knew he didn't have to do much to win it. Just lift it to the outfield and it's over. And he did exactly that. That was the second and final walk-off sac fly. The Rays take it 3-2. Guys, that does it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and enjoy the web gems.
And Narvaez laces one to left. Nemo is there. He makes the catch. Tagging his Sogard. He's coming home. They're throwing the plate, and he is out. Middle. Trevor Story tops one toward third. Beatty has to barehand it, and the throw, and he got it.